Good morning and welcome to Morning Maths. We're on day 11. You need your pencil and paper, and as always, copy my workings if you need to, or if you want to go faster than me. For those people who want to go faster than me, I'm going to actually start with 10 questions uncovered. Only the first 5 are year 3 level, so year 3s you do not have to go past the first 5, as you haven't been taught that in school. You can if you want to. I'm going to leave it uncovered, as I know some children like to go quite fast, but if you are, make sure you're accurate, because that is the most important thing, that you're accurate. Let's go with number 1 on year 3 level questions. Something plus 30, mystery, plus 30, plus 7 equals 437. As usual, if you need to pause the video to copy down, then do that. So let's have a look. In my answer here, units, tens and hundreds. Well, 7 units, that's there. The 3 tens, here is units and tens. So the 3 tens is here. What is missing in the question is the 400s. 400 is the missing number, 400. So 400 goes in the empty box, because 400 plus 30 plus 7, 430 and 7 is 437. And in maths basically means plus, doesn't it? And would mean plus. Let's go on to question 2. This is a plus or an and. 489 plus 6. We don't have to add much on to 489. If we line it up in the column method, this is how it will line up, because it must line up down the right, okay? So get that copied down, pause if you need to, and 9 plus 6 is 15. Count that along a ruler if you need to. Start on 9, count on 6. Don't count the one you start on, which was 9. You'll get to 15. Then we've just got 8 plus a little one. That's just 9. And then we've just got 4. So 489, we added on 6, and that was 495. These kind of questions carry on all the way through to your year 6. They even use these questions in the SATs, when you add a small number onto a big number. And a lot of people make little mistakes on those, so be careful. 495 is our answer. And we're on to question 3. Question 3, switching our brains to minus. We've got 408, take away, minus 207. I'll put my hats on this time. Units, tens, hundreds. 8 take away 7. Let's underline this. 8 take away 7 is 1. 0 take away 0 is 0. Oh, 4 take away 2 is 2. That was nice. There was no borrowing needed that time. Minus makes things smaller. 408 got smaller. It became just 201. Time for question 4. Question 4 is 7 times 4. Year 3 haven't done their multiplication topic in 4 yet in school, so we'll therefore use our times table song to do 7 times 4. Year 3 have done their 4s, so we're counting 4s, we'll count them 7 times. And the answer, we'll see what the answer is. 4, 8, let's sing it. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and 28. It's 28, that's what I sung, 28. I sang my 4s 7 times and I got to 28. Now next we're on to question 5. This is 12 divided by 2, and as I've been saying every day, divide means share, so 12 shared between 2. So I'm going to draw some circles as I usually do, and we'll do 12 divided by 2. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to share them between 2. I'm going to make 2 bags to put them in, because we're sharing these 12 red circles out between 2 bags. So one goes over here, one goes over here. When we're sharing, we always do it fairly. 1 for you, 1 for you. 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 1 for you, and here's one outside here. That goes in there. Let's just check we've got the same in both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, the answer is 6. If you get 12 and you share it between 2, each person will get 6. let's move on to question 6. Question 6, a mystery plus 340 plus 6. A mystery plus 340 plus 6 equals 5,346. 5,346. Sorry, just shutting the windows as we've got some things going on in school at the moment. So something plus 340 plus 6 equals 5,346. So what's missing? The 6 in the answer is there. The 4 tens from the answer is there. It might be better if I put my hats on. Definitely better if I put my hats on. Units, tens, hundreds and thousands. 6 units is taken care of. This 6 is taken care of here. Units, tens and hundreds. We can see the 4 tens is taken care of here. So we've got the 4 tens. The 300s is taken care of here. So we've got the 300s. But the 5,000s does not appear anywhere in the question. So it's actually missing 5,000s. And as you know, 5,000s is 5,000 is 5,000 like that. So it should be 5,000 plus 340 plus 6 is 5,346. Looks right to me. Let's move on to question 7. Question 7 is addition. We're adding 3 numbers here. They're 3-digit numbers, aren't they? 3 digits in each number. We can do column addition with 3 numbers, as we've done before. Let's add these numbers up. 4 plus 3 is 13, plus 2 is 15. Pause if you're a bit behind with the copying, because it's much quicker on the mouse than when you're writing neatly with a pencil. 4 plus 9 is 13, plus 2 is 15. In the middle column, the tens column, is going to be 3 plus 1 plus 5. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 5 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 1,505 is the answer to number 7. And we're on to number 8. Number 8, I'm actually going to move this down a bit for people who are going faster than me. If you're working in a group or if you're working on this at school, some people might want to go a bit faster. So 8,000, I'm on number 8 here, 8,307 reduced by, that means take away, reduced means take away. We're reducing it by 2,184. 8,307 reduced by 2,184. Make sure you copy the digits correctly, otherwise you will not be able to get it right. 7 take away 4 is 3. 0 take away 8, it's not 8. 0 take away 8, you can't do. You need some help from this 3. Borrow from the 3, goes down to a 2. 1 comes over here. So 10 take away 8 is 2. 2 take away 1 is 1. 8 take away 2 is 6. So we have 6,123. I'll just check over quickly to make sure I'm happy with that, make sure it's right. And then I'll be moving on to number 9. Year 4 have not done their full multiplication topic this year yet, so we're doing really a year 3 level multiplication, which will still come up in year 4, in year 5 and even in year 6. Okay, so I'll start with the grid method to do 36 times 9. 30 will partition into 30 and 6, and 9 is just 9. Put a little x in there. 36 times 9, that's what we're doing. 30 times 9, or 3 times 9 is 27. Place a 0. And in this box, 9 times 6, that is 54. So we have 270 plus 54. I'm going to add those two answers up to see what I get. 270 plus 54. 4. 7 plus 5 is 12. 324. I'm going to check that. using standard method. Standard method to check 36 times 9. 6 times 9 is 54. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 5 is 32. 324 is the answer both times, so I'm happy with that answer. Time for question 10. Question 10. Share 364 between 4. Share is division. For larger numbers, you'll definitely be wanting to bust up. 364 between 4. 364 divided by 4. How many 4's in 3? Well, 4 is too big to fit into 3, especially that 4. So 4 doesn't fit into 3. 0, carry the 3. How many 4's in 36? I'm going to sing my 4's up to 36. My fingers will tell me how many. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and 28, and 32, 36. My fingers are telling me it's 9. 4 fits into 36 9 times. How many 4's fit into 4? Exactly 1, because 4 is 4. So it fits in 1 time. So the answer is 91. That was the year 4 level work done. We're on to year 5 level work. Some year 4's might continue, of course. And I'm going to now uncover everything for the people who are going faster than me. So question 11, some year 4's are continuing. Year 5's will be doing this. Year 6's will be warming up on this. So question 11, 42 plus a mystery plus 0.08. Find these ones a little bit tricky. Just got to be careful with these ones. The answer is there. It's 42.68. What's missing is a bit of the question. So I sometimes call this a broken question, where the answer is there, equals. The answer comes after equals, doesn't it? It can actually come before equals as well, but we'll talk about that another day. The answer's there after the equals sign, 42.68. What we need is the missing part of the question. So we have got 42 plus something plus 0.08. Right, 42 is there, and 42 is there, isn't it? 0.08, that's 8 in the hundredths column. That is there. What's missing is a 6, and it's 0.6, otherwise known as 0.6. Let's just see if that makes sense. 42 plus 0.6 plus 0.08 is 42.68. That's number 11 done. We'll move on to number 12. We're adding here now at year 5 level. Year 5 is the first year where you officially do numbers bigger than 4 digits, although I know some year 4s will have seen them before, of course. With a question like this, with large numbers, you want to check very carefully that you copied the numbers correctly. Otherwise, you'll do all the workings and you just won't get it right because you copied it down incorrectly. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. 8 plus 5, 13, plus a little 1 is 14. Make sure it says 14, not 41. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 5 plus 3 is 8. 87,439. That was number 12. Let's move on to number 13. This is 2 take away 1.76. In takeaway, when you're going to do column method, you've got to know which number is bigger. What's bigger? Is it 2 or is it 1.76? Well, 2 is bigger. It might not look bigger because it only has 1 digit, and 1.76 has 3 digits, but 2 is bigger because I say it like this. 2 is more than 1 and a bit. Simple as that. After the decimal point is just bits, and 2 is more than 1 and a bit. So 2 is going to have to go at the top. But 2 doesn't have a decimal point, so I'm going to put 1 on. And if a number doesn't have a decimal point, where do you put it? At the end. That's where it goes, at the end. Line up the decimal points in column subtraction. You almost must do that, which must mean 1.76 has to go like this. Now to make this work, I'm going to need 2 to become 2 point nothing, or 2 point nothing nothing, which is exactly the same as 2, just looks a bit different. So this will make the column subtraction work. We've still got 2 take away 1 and a bit. I think the answer is going to be just a bit, 0 point something. Let's see what happens. 0 take away 6, it's not 6. 0 take away 6, it's not 0. 0 take away 6, you can't do. You've got to move along, get some help. You have to go all the way to the 2. Goes down to a 1, lends 1 here. Now this 0 needs some help, and it can get some help from this 10, which goes down to a 9, and there's a 1 here. 10 take away 6 we can do, that's 4. 9 take away 7 is 2. 1 take away 1 is 0. So it's 0.24. So I could say 2 take away 1 and a bit left us just a bit. Because if you've got no units, you've just got a bit of something. That's what decimals are, just bits of something. That's question 13 done. We'll go on to question 14. 3,215 times 5. Use your favourite method. I'm going to be using, in this case, standard method. 3,215 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 1, plus 2 is 7. 5 times 2 is 10. Carried a 1. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. See if you can say that number before I tell you it in a few seconds. 16,075. Commas go 3 from the end if you use them. Might cross out these little ones so I don't accidentally say those or anything. 16,075. Number 14 finished. We'll be on number 15. Number 15, how many 7s in 861? Lots, I think. Lots. How many 7s in 861? Bus stop for division, because how many somethings in a something is division. How many times does 7 fit into 861? It's like sharing 861 out between 7. But how many 7s fit into 8? Not very many, just 1. Remainder 1. How many 7s fit into 16? 7, 14, 2. Can fit 2 in, but as I only sang up to 14, 15, 16, there's remainder 2. How many 7s in 21? 7, 14, 21 is 3. 123 is our answer to number 15. Time to move on to question 16. Year 6 level questions. Year 5 might be continuing. Year 4 are probably done now, but maybe not everyone. Something plus 300 plus 10. This is very much like a SATS question we had once. Something plus 300 plus 10 equals 50,310. So the 10 is there. That's that 10 there, isn't it? Put the hats on. T for 110. So the 10 is there. The 300 is there. It's this 5 that's missing, and it's worth 5 10,000s. Or, if I want to know what it's worth in digits, I could copy it underneath and place zeros to the end, and you can see it's worth 5 10,000s, which is 50,000. Even if you don't know how to say that number, you can still write it, and it is 50,000 in there. 50,000 plus 300 plus 10 equals 50,310. So that's what needs to go in the missing box, 50,000. On to number 17. Is this a trick question? Let's see. 7.6 more than 52.38. More than means plus. Actually, in plus, it doesn't matter which number you do at the top. It doesn't matter which number goes at the top in plus. I'm going to put the one with more digits at the top. Line up the points. I often do this at the start because that's where they're going to have to go. You might as well get them in at the start. 52.38 plus 7.6. There's the point, so it must be 7.6. The lining up is a trick on this question. If you get that right, you'll probably be okay. Some people like to put some little extra zeros in, plus invisible. You might like to place zeros here, but you don't have to on plus. You don't need those. 8 plus nothing is 8. 3 plus 6 is 9. 2 plus 7, 9. And just 5. So plus makes things bigger. It was 52 and a bit. It ended up being 59 and a bit. That got bigger. Plus should make things bigger. Now time for number 18. 15 less than 4,013. Column subtraction, biggest number at the top. That's obviously 4,013 this time. And we're going to be taking away 15. Just a little bit tricky because it's going to take us under 4,000. I think the answer is going to be 3,900 and something, because we're going to be taking under 4,000. So 3 take away 5 we can't do. Borrow from here. 13 take away 5, that is 8. 0 take away 1, you can't do. Nothing to help there. So there's 4, goes down to a 3, lends a 1. This 10 goes down to a 9, lends a 1. 10 take away 1, that works. That is 9. There's a lot of borrowing in this one. 9 here, very important 9. It's in the hundreds column, isn't it? So it's quite a significant digit, being in the hundreds column. And the most significant digit, the 3, being worth 3,000. I thought it would be 3,900 and something. And it is 3,998. Let's move on to question 19. Question 19. Some people may call this long multiplication because you're multiplying by a 2-digit number. So this is the first time I've had long multiplication on one of these videos. So with long multiplication, we'll do 2 answers and add them up at the end. So I'm going to do an answer here. It's not going to be very big. An answer here, and then I'll add them up at the end. Because the first answer is going to be 0 times 2 is 0, 0 times 6 is 0, and 0 times 5 is 0. So there's nothing really for the first answer. There are different ways of doing this. You might be using one of them. Next time, I'm going to place a 0 here, because you always place a 0 on this second line. Make sure it looks like a 0. And then, because it's really 20, you see, so I place a 0, and that means I can pretend it's 2. It's not really 2, it's really 20, isn't it? But by putting the 0 in, I can pretend it's 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1 here, so it says 12. That's where I carry it. I do think that's the best place on long multiplication. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. The adding up is going to be pretty easy. You add up your first line and your second line. You add them up to get your final answer. Don't accidentally add up with your little ones from before. Of course, it's still 1,000. No, it's not. It's still 11,240. Commas 3 from the end. That's the thousands comma. 11,240. I call it a thousands comma because we say 1,000 when we get to it. So we say 11,240. And that is our answer. Let's move on to question 20. Share 3.6 between 6. So you might see that this is connected to 36 divided by 6, which is 6. So the answer is going to be something to do with 6, but it's actually going to be smaller than 6 because division makes things smaller. Line up your point above. That's what you do on division. That's what you do on plus and minus. It's only times, that is a bit strange. So line up your point on the bus stop if it's got decimals. How many 6s in 3? 6 is too big to get into 3. Carry the 3. How many 6s in 36? 6 and 12, 18 and 24. Then 30, 36. 6 fingers. It is 0.6. You might be able to do that in your head. If so, I'd recommend doing it in your head and on the bus stop, and you have a double check. So our answer is 0.6. Let's have a look at all the answers. So you can see how you've done. Pause the video if you need time to look at these answers. I'm sure you'll need more than a few seconds. So pause the video here, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.